From the 4. Fake toss to the end zone, and it is juggled. Did he catch it?
Continue this ping pong back and forth. Oh, it's blocked. The extra point is blocked, and West Virginia's got a chance to return it. Nothing but green grass in front. 2 more points on the board. Great job.
West Virginia returns the blocked extra point to the house for a deuce. In the game of the night, West Virginia and Baylor, the Mountaineers and the Bears. Yeah, Bears of Baylor. 3-3 on the season. Thursday Night Football was a dud. We will get into the data on why it was a dud here in a moment. This is interesting to see. It's Football Friday, Daily Sports Podcast. I am Nick. If you're watching on YouTube, listen to the podcast, tell your friends and family, comment, tell me I'm a tool. I would agree with you. It's just, today's show is just too, it's just too crazy. I'm going to update you on some controversial Wednesday stuff for next week, but we're just going to get right into it. First things first, last night's game was, I don't know if it was historically bad. It feels historically bad, which is going to cause me to say that it was historically bad. Thursday Night Football has its second consecutive mega dud. There were no touchdowns in Thursday Night Football last week, if you'll recall. And then this week, there was one. So here are this is a real thing. I'm going to pull it up on Twitter for you. See this scroll right here if you want to turn your phone sideways on Spotify or YouTube. So this is Twitter. This is Will Brinson of CBS Sports. He tweeted the end result of all of the drives between touchdowns on Thursday Night Football. Are you ready? I have no idea how many there are. I guess I could do some sort of code search and figure it out. Downs, game over, punt, field goal, punt, field goal, interception, punt, field goal, half, punt, field goal, missed field goal, interception, punt, interception, punt, interception, field goal, half, field goal, end of game, punt, interception, punt, downs, punt, field goal, punt, half, punt, touchdown. Al Michaels apparently threatening retirement on the air. It was a disaster. It's because Justin Fields and Carson Wentz are basically the same guy, and they blow, and it was nuts. At the end there, it appears as if Fields, so a couple things that you're going to want to talk about. If you want to sound kind of smart, you can say he had David Montgomery wide open. But then if you want to sound super smart, you'd be like, Fields can't make it that far in the progression. Darnell Mooney needs to run better routes. That's what you say to sound smart. Because Darnell Mooney, let's bring it up. Who's got the clip? Okay, so here's the clip of the non-touchdown. So here he is. Look where he is, but he's in the air. Right? He's in the air. Why is he in the air? Bruh, run a route into the end zone. Run a route into the end zone. It was 4th and goal.
He's across the goal line.
And then he goes down. He's not inside.
But
and then he catches it.
He gets control.
And then he's out. He was wide open. So part of it, if you really want to sound really, 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 really smart, you say Justin Fields got to hit him when he's open. Because as much as I just yelled at Mooney right there, he was in the end zone right away. See, let's find Ben Solak on Twitter. I'm sure Ben did it. He's just so... Twitter search features. Why $40 billion? What's his dipshit ass paid for this stuff? Okay. Here it is. Ben Solak's breaking it down, and Solak is annoying, and I like him a lot. But so here's the play.
Best receiver.
Shut up, Ben. And there is the drawing and blah, blah, blah. So there he is. There's Mooney right there.
So Mooney's...
Shut up. There he is. So he flattens out along the goal line. Go in the end zone. Justin Fields throw it. But then see this check down? Right there. That's David Montgomery wide open out the backside.
Shallow on his route.
Part of this is that the Bears head coach is a defensive head coach, and you should never do that. Okay. Speaking of the Bears, Baylor and West Virginia, we'll get off this game. What a mess. They both suck. One of the best draft classes in history coming up this year, at least in the top 10 or so. And neither of these teams appear to want to participate. Oh, wait, we have a couple other things from this game. Actually, I forgot about this. In the post-game press conference, Ron Rivera was asked if he was the one that wanted Carson Wentz, because there was a report that surfaced yesterday that we'll get into in a moment, that he did not want Carson Wentz, but that Dan Snyder wanted Carson Wentz. And Ron Rivera reasonably responded with this super relaxed, chill rant. He's just clearly just a guy who he's just so relaxed, So here's Rivera. Ron, did you want Carson or did Dan Snyder want Carson? Who wanted Carson?
They've played their asses off. They have. They've
Yep.
played their asses off for everybody.
They suck, though.
Out and they show up.
But they suck.
They work hard. All right. They don't complain.
They suck, though.
Okay. They hear all this.
Well, they don't all
suck.
suck.
Deal with it. I get them. I respect them for it because they're
Right.
resilient. They come out.
Right.
Everybody keeps wanting to say
Montez Sweat doesn't suck.
Carson. Well, bullshit. I'm the fucking guy that pulled out the sheets of paper, that looked at the analytics.
Dude. Okay, hold on.
I'm the fucking guy that pulled out the sheets of paper, that looked at the analytics, that watched the tape and
You did not analytics anything.
freaking when we were in Indianapolis. Okay? And that's what pisses me off. Because the young man doesn't deserve to have that all the time.
Yeah, but his teammates hate him. They hate him. People don't leave jobs. They leave managers. Ron, you did not look at analytics, dude. Shut up. God. The report that surfaced yesterday is insanity. It's from Seth Wickersham, which is the guy that blew the lid on the whole Brady Belichick stuff. So the essential report is that Dan Snyder, the owner of the Washington Commanders, has hired private investigators to dig up dirt on Roger Goodell, some TV executives, and most importantly, all of the other owners, so that if they try to force him to sell, he can kind of blackmail them and be like, I'm going to spill all your dirt. That's what we're hearing now. That was the report that surfaced, and then, of course, Snyder came out and categorically denied it. Seth Wickersham doesn't screw around. I don't like ESPN, but he's like a real reporter that writes books and does stuff. So more to come on this. This is starting to feel like a Jeffrey Epstein situation, but the guy running it is a moron. So we'll see. More on that on Controversial Wednesday. I'm sure everyone's going to react to it. Yesterday was quite the day. Okay, a couple other stuff that happened yesterday. Let's get to MLB playoffs. The Yankees-Guardians game was postponed due to weather because it's baseball in the fall and global warming, whatever. Okay, so Mariners, Astros. Mariners are up 2-1. It is the bottom of the sixth inning, and the guy that hit the walk-off in game one, he's up to bat. Can you guess how this goes?
And that one's hit well deep into left field, and Alvarez has done it again.
Unreal.
Goodness.
What a guy. That guy, he's just absolutely smoking hot right now. What a gem. What a beaut. Okay, Football Friday. Let's get into it. College football first. This is the biggest weekend in recent memory for October, certainly. Kansas going to go to Oklahoma and might get Brett Venables fired. Actually, I think that Oklahoma's going to win that game. It just seems like Kansas's little run was a September thing. They feel like Maryland, you know. Penn State, Michigan, Ole Miss, Auburn, and those are the big games in the noon window. In the 3:30 p.m. window, it's actually overwhelming. And ESPN and CBS, like, fuck you guys, because it's Oklahoma State and TCU, NC State and Syracuse is ranked on ranked. Oklahoma State and TCU are undefeated. NC State and Syracuse, trying to piss some people off. And then Alabama, Tennessee, the biggest third Saturday in October ever. This is setting up nicely for Tennessee to win one, which means it's setting up nicely for Alabama to beat them by 30. Bryce Young, the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback who got hurt in the Arkansas game 2 weeks ago, appears like he might be trending towards playing. If he doesn't play, I think Tennessee will win. If he does play, Bama wins by 30. Mississippi State, Kentucky are playing in the night game, and then also USC and Utah. But I can't. What the fuck? Why do we have all of the games at the same time? What are we doing? NC State and Syracuse at night is fine. Oklahoma State, TCU at night is fine. We have Utah, USC. They're in the Pac-12 course. In fact, they're kicking it off at a little early for the East Coast audience. What are we doing with this? What the hell? Those are the ranked games. I'm not going to get into non-ranked games. Bye weeks are starting to happen pretty aggressively across college football. I guess I could get into the bye week or the non-ranked games here in a moment if there's anything that I find interesting, but not quite. Okay. If you don't know about the third Saturday in October, it's Alabama and Tennessee every year, and we talked about it yesterday. The winner, like the tradition is they smoke cigars in the stadium, which is dope. It is so cool. What's funny is that you probably didn't know that because Tennessee doesn't get to do it ever, so it just seems like Bama are a bunch of dicks when they do that. Oh, yeah, if you want to watch a murder, Arkansas is playing BYU at 3:30 on ESPN. That will be ugly. Arkansas is going to obliterate them. It's going to be a get-right game. Yeah, nothing. Stanford at Notre Dame in the Roll Your Eyes Bowl. Man, have the mighty have fallen. David Shaw might have should have taken a pro job, huh? Crazy. Yeah, nothing else. College football this weekend. Really great in the 3:30 window. It's going to be sick. Okay. NFL preview. Let's get into it. Get you in and out of here on your Friday. Too big of a show. Don't have all day to get into the Dan Snyder crap. Okay. Let's look at some games. A bunch of teams are on bye. Off the top of my head, Raiders, Lions, Titans, and I think somebody else. Okay. So the Sunday night game is Dallas and Philly, which we have to. It's like a tax we have to pay. Dallas is 6.5-point underdogs at Philly. The over/under is 42.5. And oh my God, we haven't played this game yet this year. God damn it. Okay, so 43 is 21.5. So it's going to be 21-21, but then you have to split 6.5 points either way. So Philly's going to win by 7, which is what Vegas thinks with 42 points. That's going to be 28-22. Nope, not even close. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. 24-18. Yes. 24-17 is the. Oh, that was. Oh man, I gotta memorize that. Huh? 24-17 is what Vegas thinks is going to happen. But in the afternoon window, we have an enormous game. So Cowboys-Eagles is a huge game. But the game of the weekend that everyone's talking about, and people are going to be mad about Cowboys-Eagles being on primetime because it's Cowboys-Eagles, but the Eagles are undefeated and the Cowboys are 4-1, and they are in big markets. They are in like the 4th and 6th largest market in the United States. So don't know what to tell you. Because the game of the weekend is Buffalo and Kansas City. It is Mahomes v. Allen, the coin flip revenge game. I think the Bills, they're favored by 2.5, which means on a neutral site, Vegas thinks they win by 6. I think the Bills are going to obliterate them. That's my take. The rat line of the week, the Panthers off Matt Rule playing the Rams, who can't do jack shit on offense. The Panthers can't do jack shit on offense either. I think they have to start. I heard that they might have to start a backup, not Darnold, but P.J. Williams or somebody. I don't know what the Panthers are going to do, but beware of teams that fire coach. The game after they fire coach in the NFL, they're like, yeah, fuck that guy. The Panthers are 10-point underdogs. I'm taking the Panthers outright. Panthers are going to beat the Rams. The Rams are frauds. None of them are good, except for Kupp and Donald. Stafford's one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. It's an inarguable fact. Other games this weekend, I'll just go through the schedule so you can think about, ooh, that sounds good. The Bucs are playing the Steelers. Jags are playing the Colts. That's always hilarious. But it's in Indianapolis, so I think the Colts are going to win. Bengals and Saints, Jets and Packers. We'll see if the Packers can bring the Jets back down to earth. Patriots and Browns. That's going to be awful to watch. Dolphins, Vikings, snooze fest. Ravens, Giants, Niners, Falcons. So the games are really the late games. Then Monday night, of course, Denver and the Los Angeles Chargers. Best bets for me. I don't think that Philly's going to cover the spread. I do think that Philly's going to win. I like the Cowboys plus 6.5. I like the Bills to cover minus 2.5. And I like the Panthers to win outright victory for the Carolina Panthers. Fire Coach Bowl. Always pay attention. That pays plus 370. It's the biggest underdog of the week. The other interesting one, I think the Giants might beat the Ravens. I think they might. They don't really have a quarterback, and I don't know how they're winning all these games, but they think they might. I think they might beat the Ravens, man. I definitely think it's. I think it's super duper possible. Likely, no, but I think it's possible. Let's get out of here. This is the sounder for my thing. I'm gonna turn that down so you can listen to announcers ruin one of the coolest traditions in college football, which is the singing of what should be the West Virginia alma mater. Here we go.
North Dakota State, play after play, and the celebration. Country roads.
Take me home. Country road. Announcer, shut up. In the morning now she calls me. The radio reminds me of my own. College football is this. Announcer, shut up. God. We'll be back in Better Than Ever Monday. We'll review the games and check out Monday Night Football. Goodbye.